Okay, good evening. Welcome to today's session. While we wait for more people to join us, for those that were able to join our previous session, so just check the chat room, locate the chat room, and drop one or two questions or some of the things you learned or we learned in our previous lesson. Okay, so we in our previous session we looked at the uh, principles of design, and like I said, it it's not the software or the app that you make use of that's the big deal, but you understanding the concept of design, you understanding what the design is and how to to be creative using the or delivering a good quality design, irrespective of the platform or the tools you're using. So that's what makes a good graphics designer. And for what makes a good graphics design is to ensure that is you ensuring that you have actually um, implemented all the principles of design we made mention of in our previous session. In case you're watching this video and you weren't a part of our previous session, the principles of design, I would advise you get the video and you watch it before moving forward into this. So good evening everyone once again. Prince Oluwatosin Udumosu by name, but basically known as Prince Oluwatosin, and I'll be taking you through this practical Canva design class. So for those that are new to Canva, there are various ways for you to operate the platform. Okay, you can decide to operate your Canva platform via your desktop, which is what you're seeing on your screen right now, or via a mobile app, their mobile app, which you can get on Google Play Store or App Store. You can also decide to use your Firefox, Google Chrome on your mobile phone to to access the website. The website is canva.com, www dot or https dot slash forward slash forward canva.com. This is it you're seeing up here. Okay. All right. So in case you are not aware. All right, so based on the poll I gathered in our previous lesson, I discovered that yes, we have graphic designers in this lesson. In this session, we have business owners in this session who are looking at using this platform to increase their visibility, create good uh, designs for your brand, designs they can use in marketing and promoting the brand online. And I also understand that there are a few of us that are looking at taking graphics design as a skill and learning graphic design in order for you to offer a solution, graphics design solution to clients and as a service. Okay, so irrespective of the category you fall into, you want to make sure that you understand these things, right? So all the principles and all, like I'll say again, principles makes design, not the tools. The principles of design makes a very good and attractive design, not the tools. Okay, but today we'll be looking at Canva and how you can make use of Canva. Right, there are various templates on Canva. You can see this is a social media template, Instagram post, Facebook post, Facebook cover, presentation websites, templates, business card templates, photo books, YouTube intro, and all that. There are quite proposals, newsletters. There are quite a number of templates on Canva, right? But if you are making use of templates, you want to ensure that you are making use of a unique template and you are customizing it to your taste. But one of the issues we have noticed is people just jump on templates without understanding even how to customize it to their taste, right? They don't even know how to customize it. Some people will just take all the design word for word, template word for word, and just put it out there. Some people will actually change the picture, but they will use a picture with Canva template because you are running a free Canva stuff. You are not signed in or registered to be a pro Canva user. Okay. And to be a proper Canva user, you have to pay a subscription fee either monthly or yearly. All right. So and that's that. So just ensure that when you are creating your design, you are either creating from the scratch or using a template. When you are using a template, ensure that you customize it to your taste and you are not using any watermarked Canva watermarked design. Okay, or images, templates, or elements. All right. So that's that. Just get used to your if it's your mobile phone you are using, just I want you to just toggle through all the interface, whatever is it that you're saying on the interface, just go through it all and try to see how you can navigate the interface, right? The interface on my on this system right now is different from the interface you would see on a mobile phone. But of course, yeah, it's thing, but the way it displays, right? Because the website is mobile friendly, it's responsive and mobile friendly. All right, so let's say we are creating our design right from the scratch, and that's what I want you to do, right? The first thing you have to do is to to drown yourself in a number of designs, right? Just make sure you go through Instagram, TikTok, I said TikTok, Pinterest, uh, Facebook. Just go through any Behance, just go through any design platform, okay? And go through brands, see how people are designing for brands, see how some of these your competitors or uh, uh, guys in the same industry, see some of the designs they're making, right? And see how you can also tailor yours to not look similar, but also at least be of good quality and represent the industry you are in. Okay. Now, once you've been able to uh the process is called ideating, right? Just consuming more content as possible. So just use that to for inspiration purposes, right? If it's possible for you to sketch down what you're trying to do, write it down. Okay, just write it down. This is where on the right side is where I'm placing my picture, the picture of my product. Now on the picture of my product, this is what I'm doing on it. This is the caption I'm writing on it. This is the heading I'm writing on it. This is where my social media icon will be. This is where my logo will be, and all that. These are some of the things that you just need to sketch out. This is the type of background I'm using. This is the type of image I'm using. So once you've been able to sketch all these things down, it's easier for you to just implement, right? Than implementing on the go, than ideating on the go. You get so yeah. If you are starting afresh, the first thing you need to do is to have a Canva account. So if you don't have a Canva account, you need to sign up. Then once you sign up, you will be able to access the Canva interface. But if you have a Canva account, all you need to do is just sign into your Canva account. Once you sign into your Canva account, if you are using your mobile app, at the left, at the lower left angle, you see a plus button. That is where you start to create your own design, a plus button, right? And for everyone on their laptop or iPad, you see a create a design at the right upper part of my screen. Here you see create a design, so you can click on create a design. Once you click on create a design, it gives you a number of these are not template, these are just sizes, just for you to choose what you're trying to design. Okay, so if you're trying to design YouTube thumbnail, is there. If you are trying to design for Insta story, is there. If you are trying to design Instagram post, is there. This is just for you to know the size you are designing. Okay, but if you are conversant with the size, just go to customize size here. Okay, but if you're not conversant with the size, you can just pick the size you want to design there, what you're designing for. Because most times we also, one of the mistakes we all have also noticed is most of us create Facebook designs for Instagram, which is wrong. The size you're supposed to design for Instagram is different from the size Facebook accepts. I think Facebook accepts all sizes, but Instagram requires a square format, 180 by 180, or you are doing a complete feed. A complete feed is different. Okay, so if you are doing Instagram post, ensure that you're either using 180 by 180 pixel, or you are doing a complete feed post. Right, and once you do that, just click on create a design. Once you click on create a design, it opens a new page, and right on that, it delivers a what do we call it now, a fresh page, where we can start designing and start customizing our designs. Okay, just wait for it while it loads. Wait for it while it loads. Okay, so we now have a blank page. Now you can see this is our blank page, right? If you're following me on my left hand side here, you see some samples, right? Some design templates that you can use. But you can see that most of these templates are pro. Okay, so if you try making use of them, all these templates will have a Canva watermark. Once they have a Canva watermark, no, it's a no. Okay, so you just have to ensure that, yeah, even though you are not creating your design from scratch, right? Ensure that you are using a design that doesn't have a watermark, like this goodbye match. Okay, even if you use this goodbye match, so let's say we are using this goodbye match. So we are making use of this goodbye match template, like a new month template. Okay, so how do you customize this template for your brand? You want to make sure that you tailor the template to your brand, and uh, it doesn't look so much like a template. It looks like a well thought out design. Okay, now this is how you do it. Ensure you have your logo, and your logo is in png. I mean transparent background. If your logo doesn't have a transparent background, then you need to reach out to a graphics designer who can help you create a transparent background for your logo. The graphics designer will surely recommend how he or she will do that for you. If it's going to be at a cost, then that's a discussion between the two both of you. Okay, all right. But however, um one other thing I want you to also note is you should have a brand color. So if you are designing for your brand personally, your brand should have a brand color. A brand color, your font type, and your uh basically just your brand color and your font type with your logo with in what do we call it now, PNG format. Okay, so if you are having your brand color, let's say you have a brand color which your brand color is purple. Okay, now purple is your brand color, and purple is your brand color. Your font type, your font type, you should have a font type. This font type is what you would use on all your designs. If you are combining two fonts together, okay, you must ensure that you are combining fonts, they are not more than two or three. Three is even too much on a design. Okay, you can see what I'm saying here. This match is breathing font, and this goodbye is roboto font, while this the sub heading here is also roboto font. Okay, now you see this is typography that we talked about in our previous lesson, and this design is center aligned, right? This design is center aligned, and we have so much white space here. Okay, we have so much white space here, so just ensure you have all these things in place first. Get a font type that you want to be using for your design. If it's going to be two, have it. Okay, these and these are my fonts. Get a color that deals with your brand. If it's going to be purple, blue, white, yellow, green, indigo, get a color that is specific and unique to your brand, which you'll be making use of on all your designs. This is consistency. This helps consistency in design, in your brand image. It helps your target audience. How do I say it? It helps your target audience recognize you easily. Okay, okay. As it is now for my brand, Prince Oluwatosin, you ensure that there is either yellow, gold, black, white. White is a neutral color, black is a neutral color. But you will see gold, gold on my designs. For my the brand, for what do we call it now? Kuda Bank. Kuda Bank is purple. Kuda Bank is purple. Uh Zenith Bank is red. UBA is red and white. What other? I think Chicken Republic is something red and yellow also. So those are colors that you need to just get your color for your brand, right? Now, once you've been able to do that, then let's say we are customizing this to our brand. Uh, then you can take the background, take the background off, take the background off. Just if you have your brand, maybe pictures of your product or events that you add in March or something, just add those events to your design. So what you do is you go to upload. First, you go to upload, then we have upload elements, photos, and all. So you go to upload, you upload. If you don't have the picture, go to photos and look for a unique picture that deals with your brand. Okay, so let's say we are designing for a skincare product. So let's just skincare search for skincare. Okay, it's taking a while to load. All right, great. You can see that there are quite a number of pictures here that we can use, right? Let's just use some that will not. Um, it's advisable you have your own product pictures. So take product pictures. Okay, take product pictures. If you are offering a product, take product picture. If you are offering services, make sure you have some things, images that you can. If you're offering services, you can just search for images online and all that. But ensure once you see anything like pro on your design, it's going to have watermark. Okay, all these pro will surely come with a watermark. So ensure you are picking an image that doesn't have watermark, right? Now we've selected this image, and we'll delete the one in the background, then have our image here. Okay, now that we have the image, right, there are a few things that are coming to mind right now, because I didn't sketch this. I'm trying to make it as pure as possible. So I didn't sketch this, right? I didn't sketch for or an idea that I want to make use of. Okay. But right now, as I've added to this, there are three things. There are two kind of designs that are coming to mind. Okay. Now let's try achieving those things. So um let's try achieving those things. Mm, First thing is to get an element. So I want to make sure that, okay, we talked about contrast, and if you are seeing my screen right now, you discover that there's no contrast here. There's no contrast here, right? My background is distracting. Now I want to try as much as possible to add contrast to it so that my background will not be distracting. So that my background will not be distracting. Okay, so I'm going to go. You just locate elements, and just pick. Let's say, okay, let's say we're picking a circle, right? Just pick a circle. And what's our brand color? What's your brand color? Our brand color is okay. We can just go for purple. Can go for purple, right? Yeah, I think I think I'm okay with this. So you can see that with this, I've been able to add a little bit of contrast to it. Not even a little bit, right? I've been able to add a little bit of contrast to it. But this is a concept of its own. We'll try to design maybe about three concepts. Try to design about three concepts, right? For this. Now, speaking of alignment, this is what do we call it now? This is center aligned. This is center aligned. Okay, this is center aligned. Right now, you can have your logo. Okay, let's just have a social media icon somewhere. Let's have our social media icon somewhere. Okay, so one other thing that I want to quickly make mention of is uh, ensure you have an imaginary border for your design. Imaginary border. For you, it might not be imaginary. You might have to create a border for yourself. Okay. On Photoshop, we have rulers. On Canva system here, we also have rulers, right? I think that is file, show rulers and guides. Okay, so I can decide that, yeah, I want to add rulers to this, so I won't go outside of the border. To make sure it's the same, what do we call it now, it's the same size in total. It's the same size. Whatever is the size that you have here is the size that you have here. So in case you don't have a ruler, what you can also use is go to your elements and select a square shape. Select a square shape, then make it a rectangle. You can just change the color so it's visible. For me, I design with an imaginary what do we call it now? I design with an imaginary line sometimes, and sometimes I just have to draw my line depending on the concept of the design I'm working with. Depending on the concept of the design I'm working with. Okay, so just have your imaginary lines somewhere around your design and your design at the four corners of your design. So what this means is whatever is it that you are placing in this design must not go past the beginning of these lines, right? These your borders must not go past it. Your text, your format, everything. So we are trying to create one of the principles we talked about in our former in our previous session is white space, right? We're trying to create as much space as possible. So whatever is it you're designing, it's still in this square shape, okay, and it makes it look uniform. It makes your design look uniform and all. So okay, so now we are trying to add a social media handle. You can decide to add your social media handle somewhere here. You can decide to have your social media handle somewhere here, or somewhere here. Okay, why am I trying to, I'm trying to give it a background, so we still have what do we call it now, mm, have our contrast and set, right? So it's visible, what's the name of your brand, what's the name of your brand? Any, no, not any, Demishi, skincare underscore underscore now. Mind me. Okay, just trying to formulate something. Alright, I believe everyone is still following me. I believe you are still following and just enjoying this design. Okay, so let's say it's not so visible. Okay, let's give this white uh, backwards, backwards. Okay, we can decide to change this text to maybe black. No, I think the white is better. White is better. Okay, now this is a concept, right? This is a concept, and this will be unique to you because you changed the font. You changed the font already to your brand font. You added so much to this design, okay, and it makes it unique to you. Your logo doesn't have a background. Your logo is unique. Let's try creating a logo right now. What's the name of this? Temishe skincare. I just added an effect to it. Let's see. Okay, okay. Can decide to leave it, but I want to create a logo. 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 Let's see how we can create a logo. Oh no, let's just use this J. Oh, sorry, here's my design. Okay. Now you can duplicate your text. If you want to duplicate your text, you just click on the text. There will be a bar, pop-up navigation bar. You just navigate through the bar. But if you are using a system, you can see how I'm doing it here. Just see through and just where's the duplicate this plus sign, this double letter plus sign. You see the duplicate, and yeah, yes, we are fine. We are good now. We're trying to create a logo. Let's see how we can create the Miche skincare. So we just use the we will just use the initials. We use the initials. Okay, we use the initials as a logo. The Miche, okay, it's trying to visualize something. Miche skincare. Okay. Mm, you can have a network area. Alright, so let me just take this off. I think it's destroying my design. Uh, so now you can decide to group text, okay, so you won't have issues with it. What you do is just click long if you are using making use of a mobile phone, uh long press on the text, then you see a pop-up bar, then you can just select multiple and group. Just scroll through that pop bar, you see select multiple. Same on that pop bar, you see group. But if you are on a system, just pre- hold on to your and shift and click on both text or images that you want. Okay, just click on them, then click on group. All right. So now we have our logo. Now we have our logo for this for this tutorial. So let's just say this is our logo. Okay. And Okay. Let's have a let's have a let's have a okay. So I need to take this off right now. Take this off right now. Now, doesn't look like it's a lot. Doesn't look like it's a lot. The design looks as simple as possible, but you've been able to navigate through all the design principles. Okay, you might want to do something little, might want to add something little to it. Okay, so you discover that your background is still a bit noisy and the opacity isn't there yet. You can add a square, change the background, maybe just give it a color dark color the dark color, send to back till it's only on your okay. Now just add transparency to it. Transparency, right? Now that's okay. You see how the design pops. See how the design pops, and it's unique to you. Okay. Now that's that. Now duplicate. Let's just duplicate it so we can try another design. Okay. So we are just making use of this text, this color for this brand. Now we are making use of this text and colors for this brand. Okay. Now let's say something else. Let's say something else. Still doing goodbye, goodbye March, goodbye March, goodbye March, goodbye March, goodbye March. But this time around we want to make use of an image. We want to make use of an image, okay? And then okay, so just the first things first, try to get a background. You need a background, so you go to photos, then you can just search for backgrounds, backgrounds, right? Then now I know some of us might have seen some kind of backgrounds that has these two colors in background. It's called gradient. It's called gradient. Okay, so let's say we are working with that gradient. We are working with a gradient. Okay. Uh, let's say we want to work with a gradient. Trying to get something here. Now this is a gradient, right? But the way for you to navigate and get a gradient, all you have to do is go back to elements, then in the elements you can just search for gradient. The element you can search for gradient. Uh, search for gradients. Now you see we have a number of gradients here, and we can just decide to pick one that you think goes in line with your brand color. Even if it doesn't, once you pick it, you will know if the design is editable, if the color is editable. Like this that we pick now, the color is editable. Okay, and we have the colors here. So just resize this to fill your background. Size this to fill your background. Okay, now we have a gradient color, right? We have a gradient background, but this gradient background we want to change it because it's not our brand color. All right, so this is our brand color. Our brand color is this blue. This blue is our brand color, so we can decide to just uh augment it with another color. Can decide to augment it with another color. Let's see. That purple is not showing so well due to the blue. All right, so if you can if you notice so well, you see that we have two colors here, right? It's a gradient background, and they are both a blue color and purple color. Okay, blue color and purple color. Now this is it. When your graphic designer is delivering your logo for you, there are some format that the person has to design, right? Has to deliver, which is the white, the all white design, the all black design to go on white, the all white design to go on black. Okay, and also the colored one in case you're in need of it. Now we need to change. Okay, I think it's still overlaying some things, right? Okay, so we need to change these color. So our social media color. Let's first work with that. Change it to white. Change it to white. Change your text to either blue or black, but I will go for black. I will go for black on this. The second color can be red is too shouty. Okay, so we can use the purple that we used. Okay, now we have our basics. We have our basics here, right? Now we want to add a little bit of drama to the background, so we don't want a plain background, right? You can decide to just go to your photos, download a background, bring in a background, uh, decide to add a background to it. Just make sure your background is relative. Uh, just make sure your background is relative, right, to the design, or we can search for an image. Okay, so right now we want to add an image to it, maybe an image of our client, or we just need to add an image to make it pop more. uh for you to do that, you can either look for images, pictures in what do we call it now, in Canva. But one thing about pictures in Canva is there's no how you can remove the background except you're using Canva Pro. So here is what you do. You head over to your browser, then you search for you visit pexels.com. That is pexels.com. pexels.com. Now you can now search for, okay, so we are saying goodbye, right? Goodbye. This looks so much like goodbye. Okay, this looks so much like goodbye, like a road. People, uh, this looks so much like it, like goodbye. I'm going on a journey. We are going on a journey to our next destination. So you decide to download that. For you to download on Pexel, you need to copy this. So just copy it, then we wait for it to download. All right, now we have our image downloaded, right? So what we need to do is, okay, so this which we downloaded is a background. So you can decide to add it to your design. Just add it as a background to your design, right? What you just do is upload. Continue. Okay, what you just do is go to your interface, then upload. Okay, upload. Then locate where the image downloaded to. In my case, it's in downloads. Just ignore ignore everything you are seeing, right? Okay. Yeah, I think this is it. All right. So you add to your stuff. Okay. Sometimes you really don't have to go through all this long procedure and all, but most of the times, yeah, you need to get quality designs for your brand. So you really need to pay enough attention to research. Okay, pay enough attention to research. Sometimes it will be easy for you to have done the research before you start your designing. So you have your image on ground, you have the write up, diction, copyright, and everything. Copy for the design and all ready. Okay, now that's about that. So this image does not need what do we call it now? We are making use of this image as a background, right? So it's good to fly. Now we're trying to make use of, let's say we're trying to add an image to the foreground. Trying to add an image to the foreground. So let's just search for goodbye. It might take a while to load. Yeah, same format you use for searching on as the same format you use for searching uh everywhere else, right? Even for images, everything deals with keywords. Okay. Now the thing is, there are quite a number of platforms for you to get images. There is Pexels, there is free IPK. Hold up. Okay, so I think I'm loving this guy. I haven't seen it, but I think I'm loving it. Uh, okay, let me download this. All right, the image is downloading, right? Let's try to work with the one we have uploaded before. Okay, the image has uploaded, the background image. So let's add it to our design. Let's add it to our design. Let's see what we can do with it. Okay, so just resize the image, resize the image so it fits into your design. Okay, then what you need to do is send it to back position. I haven't talked about send to back, so you just check through your navigation bar. Once you check through your navigation bar, you see position. On the position, you see backwards to back, to front, forward. So let's right now we need to send this design to back, so it's under our background, right? We are trying to make use of it as background, so we just send it to back. Okay, now it's we need to bring it forward a little, bring it now this is okay. What's that? Okay, now this is it, right? So it all falls back to our opacity now. Right? What we do is just add transparency. Just add transparency like we did earlier. Now you have it. Can decide to make it not so transparent or not so blurred or something. Now that's another concept. That's another concept of its own. We have our goodbye. Uh, we have our goodbye match in the middle. Welcome to a new month and all that. Blah 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 blah. Uh, all right. So let's make a copy. Let's make a copy so we can draw another template. All right. So right now we're trying to create another template, right? Mm, trying to create another template. So I don't need this gradient. So I delete my gradient. I start with a fresh paper. Then I want to use this image. I want to use this image. Okay, so something came to mind just now. If you are a product, if you run a product business, it's easier for you to just have a border around your product. So let's say, okay, once I'm done with this, I'll try to create that also. Now, what we want to do is, I know quite a number of persons have asked me how we have been able to achieve this on Canva. Though I do a lot of it on Photoshop, but a way to achieve it on Canva, right? And and that is you go into gradient, go to your elements, search for gradient, then under your gradients, just look through all your gradients. Then there's this purple gradient that I want to make use of. So you see the effect. You see the effect. See the effect. All right, so in our gradient, this is the purple gradient I'm looking for. Is this purple gradient, purple, then purple, white, and black gradient. Okay, so all you just want to do is change it to our brand color. Our brand color is blue. Then let's have a little bit of black. So that's blue, black. Okay, so I know you might have seen this effect a lot, right? It's easier on Photoshop than it is on Canva, but I'm sure you get it right now. All right. Okay. Now I want to touch elements. So we talked about having some elements in your design. So elements are shapes, lines, colors, and all that can just add a little bit of feel to your designs. Okay. Now, so let's add. We're adding those elements to these designs, right? I want my elements to pop, right? So I can just change it to we change the color, change it to white, add a little bit of white to it. All these things, all these things are easier done on what do you call it? Also, they are easier done on a mobile app. So let's say you are using a mobile app. They are easier done on mobile app. So elements, you can decide to use shapes, lines, frames, and all that depending on what you're designing. Okay, depending on what you're designing. So let's do this. Let's do this. We have this. You know. Okay. All we are doing now is just adding a few elements to the design just to uh, add more feel to our design. Okay, just add a few elements. This is shapes. This is shapes. These are shapes, right? And it doesn't have to be so much. Doesn't have to be so much. Just add a few. Just add a few. Add a few, and that is that. You can see we have different forms of welcome to match concept. So as I was saying, if you are a product, if you are a product merchant, if you are a product merchant, it's easier for you to add your product to frames. ask for you to add your product to frames. So frames are basically I'll show that to us right now. Let's go to your elements, then search for frames. Alright, so these are frames. These are frames that you can just add. So let's say we are using a square frame. So we are using a square frame. Now, I want you to understand that all these designs could be better, right? If I have time to ideate all these designs, like I have it jotted down and all that, okay? But we're just trying to create as many spontaneous designs as we can. Just trying to create as much spontaneous designs as we can with the same brief. So you understand that it's possible for you to be creative even with just a few knowledge of graphics or that, then you're fine, you're good with a few knowledge of the concept of designs and all, then you are good. Okay, let's go to our uploads. Okay, I think it was in photos then. So photos, okay, we use skincare. Now you can see this is what frames does. Okay, so you just drop your frame and frames it up, it adds it to, so you can decide to crop it. And decide to crop it. You want something to show, you want to remove something and all that. Decide to crop it. uh, that's that. I think this white border is not really doing that. Okay, your skin your skin needs your skin needs us. Your skin needs us. Now you work on your alignment, then maybe add a little bit of line spacing to it. Then, like we said, uh, the heading, so it needs to be bolder than the subheading. Okay, it's the first thing we want them to see. What you want to grab attention. Okay, your skin needs us. Then whatever is the subheading also, just work on the alignment also. Wow, this video is 1 hour already. Work on the alignment also. Uh, yeah. Our brand color is blue. Our brand color is blue, right? So we need to add that to our design. So let's make heading blue. Uh, Now you see there's no contrast on this. There's no contrast on it. Our background is a deep color. Our background is a deep color, and our brand color is also a deep color. Okay, so what can we do? We can go to effect and maybe add shadows, then change your shadows to white, then remove the transparency. Just play with it a little. Not not doing us any favor. Okay, let's see if white will do. Alright, I think white is a little bit okay. And that means we have to change our text, change that text to black, text to black. So just have to change the color so it fits our background. So it fits our background, right? So it goes without telling that you can create as many unique templates as possible without having uh all these watermark and all. And yeah, it's fine, it's cool, it makes sense. I think the second one is too simple. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about in this video is having a, what do you call it now, an image on it. So you don't need this image on this design. So let's just say we have downloaded an image that we need. Let's see if this image, okay, so let's say we have downloaded an image that we need, right? Say this is the image, and I've downloaded the image that